down there. All right. So we'll start out. We're going to start out with the beginning poses are really deep stretching. And then, of course, there'll be some standing poses. So as you're here, let's circle. Circle. I'm surprised Julie's not here. She's probably on her way. And then if you haven't already, go ahead and reverse your circles. And then we'll take the arms out to a T position, and then your right arm is over the other in a wrap. Press elbows in towards each other, hands pressing together. And then a circle, 2 circles in each direction. So you come down and go ahead and like engage your core as you come up. 2 circles in that one direction, down and up, and then reverse. Down and up and down and up. Good work. And then releasing, taking the arms out to the sides, and then interlace fingers. Squeeze shoulder blades together so you're fully extending your arms. And look up, look down. Look past one shoulder and look past the other shoulder. Good. And releasing. So let's go ahead and come onto our backs. And when we come onto our backs, we'll pull both knees into chest. And Courtney, we have the lights a little bright just for mostly for the online filming, but then I'll turn them down later. So right knee to chest and left leg extending. Flex your left ankle. Hi. And then maybe you can hold your ankle, your shin bone, your ankle, or holding your foot. And then lift your head, bring your head to knee. And lower and reverse. And this is so simple and yet just really good for the back, good for your hip flexors. And just taking a moment, again, hold your knee, hold your shin bone, hold your foot if that's possible. And then when you're ready, lifting your head, head to knee. And releasing. And then again, something gentle for the back. You're taking your feet wide as the mat. It's windshield wiper. Hands are under your head. Elbows are wide, and you're just going side, side. Loosening your low back. And then we'll take the legs up in the air and revert, take your right leg, right ankle over left and grab hold of your feet and then draw your ankles, your legs in. You got it. And you could keep your head down. You could also lift and kind of make yourself into a little ball. And then reverse. Legs are up in the air. Left ankle over the other. Grab hold, taking the ankle crossing close in. You could rock a little. Yeah. Lift your head if you like. And then extending your legs. Now it's knee over knee, your right knee over your left knee. Grab hold of your feet and good. Like you have your hands at a 9 and 3 o'clock position on the steering wheel. And you're able to get into your outside right hip. And then extending the legs and reversing, left knee over the other, grabbing hold of your feet and rocking slightly. So the focus, of course, is outer hip stretch, low back benefits from this. Flex the ankles, deep breath in. Exhale. And then releasing, legs are way up in the air. And then feet down, and we'll come into bridge. So as you come into bridge pose, extending, taking a moment. Hands are underneath you, tuck shoulders underneath you, and press up. Awakening your back. Feel like you can't see your feet right now, but you can feel your feet and make sure they're running parallel to each other, not turning out. Kind of depending on you, maybe you can take one leg and reach it up into the air. Toes pointed. And then bringing that foot down and try the other side, extending, pointing, and breathe. And release, heels come up, lowering your body, lowering your torso to the mat. And then happy baby, reaching for your feet and the soles of the feet looking up at the ceiling. Good. Some like to rock. It's just natural. People like to rock, or maybe you're sitting in stillness. Hi, Don. Good. Yeah, I think today might be just a really good day to do. I will always have little elements of strength, of course, but lots of deep stretching might be just what the doctor ordered. Okay, and then let's go ahead and release and take the soles of your feet together, outside feet resting to the mat. Hands onto your belly and just kind of these reassuring rounds of breath. Take a breath in and exhale. Nasal breathing, breathing in. Let your belly expand. Exhale, let your belly deflate. Interlace your fingers and press your palms up overhead. So your lower body is receptive to gravity's pull and your upper body is very active. Great, and then from here, we're going to do a twist where it's, oh, this is great. It's like, I'll call it the pretzel twist. So your right foot is on left knee. Your left hand helps you to twist. And then bend your left knee. Right hand is grabbing hold of your left foot. See if you can drop your right shoulder down. So that's the first part of this. And that might be enough for you. Or you straighten your top leg, your right leg. You could use a strap, or left hand holds your right foot as you extend your leg and breathe. That's why it's called the pretzel. And I just remembered. And then we'll go ahead and reverse. So when you're ready, we'll reverse and come on out. You want to come out kind of slowly, especially if you went pretty deeply in that. So your left foot is on your right knee and you draw the knee across. And I always shift my pelvis more to, say, the left. I shift my pelvis away from the bent knee. Then from here, just for a moment, just extend your left arm, get your left shoulder down, and then left hand will hold your right foot. From there, you can decide, do you want to reach? Do you want to strap? Do you want to just, you can also just straighten your left leg or grab hold of it using the strap or hand and foot. And from there, lengthening. So I get a quad stretch in this by grabbing hold of my foot, and the lower leg is able to, experience a quad stretch. Take a few rounds of breath here. And then from here, we're going to come out. Remember to, bend your knees, come out slowly because it's a deeper stretch than we know. That's good. It came out carefully. Yeah. And then from here, let's go ahead and roll up to sitting. And then we're going to come right to child's pose. So if you want your knee padding, use your knee padding. That's the blanket. Okay. If you need that, bring your arms forward. The head is down. And just kind of sensing these first, 13 minutes or so of your session, noticing openings, noticing places that are really tight. This is like your introspective pose. You're looking and you're seeing, and you're just noticing. You're not judging. You're just really noticing, taking stock where you're at today. And then from here, go ahead and round into your back and arch. Be a wave, be a nice wave. You're gonna look up and then tuck your chin in as if you're being pulled back by your tailbone, reach back, and then come forward, round your back. The last part is that your chin comes up and your sternum moves forward and move back. So it's at your own pace. But what's really nice is that as you're moving back and forth, you can hear your breath. You're inhaling to initiate the wave crashing forward, and you exhale when the wave recedes. And then next time you are in the wave crashing, you're right there, and then you're going to look past your right shoulder. Just look back, and then look past the other shoulder. Look back. And this time when you come back, go ahead and sit on a block. So you'll be in Virasana. Some people like to sit on 2 blocks. If Vester were here, he would be sitting on like 4 plus a bolster. You know how he did that, which was really cool because you really could see, wow, okay, everything is possible. You just build it up, build it up. So 1 or 2, some of you don't need any, right? Some don't even need any. So I'm going to start with 1 and then I'll do away with it. So as you're here, take your right arm up and bend your elbow. The elbow, you might want to stick outward and you're trying to have your elbow point up. And maybe you need a strap, so your right hand would hold a strap, or maybe you can take your lower arm and reach the hands together, connecting your hands. It's like the upper part of steer. And breathe in. Exhale. I'll face you. So let's go ahead and release So this is how it was. You're going to release. The arm that was up is going to come over into a side bend movement. And as you come into your side bend movement, really take a moment. Some of you might be able to drop onto your elbow, but what's more important is to keep your sitting bones down. Okay, and then we'll come out and we'll do the other side. So the other arm is up into the air, down. You can use your helper arm to reach so that your elbow's not way out. It might have to be, but we're just, seeing what is possible. And then the other hand comes down from behind. The hands connect. And once you have the connection, then you try to look forward. Notice how the lower elbow wants to drag you down and be upright. Good. And this is wonderful for breathing. Breathing into the upper lung area. And then we'll lower, and the same arm that was up will come over. We'll initiate the side bend movement. Notice if your arm is forward, can you bring it up alongside ear and back? Try to keep both sitting bones on the block if you're on a block. Good. And then coming out. And from here, you can keep the block in place, I suppose, or yeah, why not move it? We're going to come to locked gait. So you're extending and you have one leg extended. I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll do both sides. So one leg is extended and you're going to lean towards the leg, take the other arm up into the air. Again, I see people moving their arm forward at times, and I want your arm alongside ear and side stretch. Good. So the arm that's up in the air is going to come up. The hand will come down. It could be on a block or down. And the other arm sweeps up. So you're moving in the direction of the extended leg. And then the arm comes up into the air and the arm is going to reach back. So you're opening heart center, turning. It's a twist. Breathing in, exhale. And then we thread the needle. So the arm that's in the air is going to come down. The hand that was down is going to thread underneath, and you'll drop your shoulder down, drop your head down, and you are twisting. Yeah, some are going right, some are going left. I didn't really, I didn't really specify. This is a lot easier than what I was doing. Okay, you were going the other way. Yeah. Some people make life really hard and they go the opposite way, and it's like, oh my God. Yeah. So sometimes you just kind of notice. It's funny. So, like, for example, we tried to twist the other way really hard.
Yep. That's what I started to
Tried and true. Yep.
I'm like, geez.
You're thinking, what's wrong with me today? Nothing. Go the other way. Okay, come on up. And then when you come up to kneeling, we'll go the other way. So extending and the other leg, arm up into the air, and then lean towards your extended leg and locked gait, Padikasana. I hate to tell you, but our gates are open. So if the gates were closed, you'd have your hand down. And I mean, I've only seen pictures. I've only seen BKS Iyengar doing it. I've never seen anyone actually do it in person. Come on up. And then the arm that was up in the air comes down, face your straight leg, and then swing the other arm up and back. So it's not just tossing the arm back, but you're trying to rotate, move from your entire spine, and breathe. The arm up in the air is going to touch the mat. And the other arm that's been supporting you is going to thread underneath, and you'll reach across. So you're reaching underneath. Good. And then bring your head down, your shoulder down, and look upward and breathe. Top arm, the hand that is going to on the floor, is going to help push you up. And then from here, we're going to come back to downward facing dog. So go ahead and bring your hands forward, adjusting in your downward facing dog. And you could pedal, bend one knee and press opposite heel down, back and forth. Press your sits bones back. Good. Breathing in. Exhale. Let's take the right leg up into the air. Reach up high. Look at your hand and bring your right foot to the outside right hand. Right outside right hand, let's see, right foot, right hand. And then bringing your left knee down. Lizard. And see if you can drop your elbows down. Lower your head. Whether it's your hands down or your elbows down, if that was your right foot that came forward, there's probably more weight on your left hand, probably. And that's okay. That's just kind of the way it happens. Hi, Sadie. Yeah. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Chase the tension away from your body by simply doing your yoga here. Your right hand is on your right knee, and you're going to, like you're pushing off of the knee and looking up. Go ahead and bend your back knee if you can. Yeah. And your right hand perhaps reaching for the foot. Maybe you can't reach for your foot, that's fine. You can reach for your low back, or maybe reaching for the foot. Big old quad stretch there. It's intense, but it's so good. So good. Get into the quads like this. Okay, you're going to release and then start to take your right foot forward. So you have Crescent Moon, and we'll come upright and then reach forward. So you always want knee, ankle in alignment. And then the palms are together and the arms will come up. Lengthen, shoulders are down. And reach up. You could reach straight up or reach back. And think Crescent Moon. So you're making the crescent shape with your body. Bring your hands down. So if you want blocks, it might be worth your while to grab blocks at this point. We're going to be, you may want to watch first and say, yeah, I need blocks or not. You walk your hands forward and all of a sudden you're standing on your right leg. And so if either you can bend your knees or use blocks or straighten your leg. And maybe a balance where you take your hands to your heart. Hands will come down. Left foot comes down, downward facing dog. Go ahead and press on back. And take a moment, you could pedal, bending one knee, pressing opposite heel down. That's what I call pedaling. And then straightening both legs. Extending the back, take a nice breath in. Exhale. And now we're going to take the left leg way up into the air. Look at your hands and swing your foot, left foot, outside left hand. Good. So at first your back leg is straight. And then the knee comes down. And maybe even the elbows coming down. The more open you are, the more asymmetrical you'll go, the more you'll be able to drop down the right hip. And then we'll take left hand to the left knee and you're turning. So you could be on your right elbow or on your hand. You're turning, pushing off. And then you can also bend your back knee and maybe reaching for the back foot. Left hand, right foot. Going to come out and then begin to press back. You know, everyone's so quiet, right? Because we've had classes where everyone's like in person, I can hear. But today, well, everyone's very quiet, focusing. Okay, so we're going into Crescent Moon on Janasana. So I want to make sure my ankle, my knee are in alignment. If you're back here, there's the alignment. If you're forward, there's the alignment. And then the arms start to come up and try to make the crescent with your body. Yeah, good. Crescent shape. Breathing in. Exhale. Release. Take the hands down. And again, you might want your blocks handy or not, and you're going to step forward. And when you step forward, you want, of course, your left leg has to stretch and be strong. Pelvis is squared. And if you can balance, take your hands to your heart center and breathe. And then come back, once again, downward facing dog, pressing on back, and take a moment here. Breathing in. Exhale. So from here, we'll walk the hands back to the feet. So now you're at the back end of your mat. And from here, hands are to elbows. So you're stretching your low back, stretching your spine. And then separate your feet more, and you'll either, maybe you have to modify your squat. You can always modify the squat or come right down into your squat. And when you come down into your squat, try to anchor the heels down. Good. And breathe. Neck is free. Take your hands to the inside ankle and around to the outside ankle or outside leg and start to straighten your legs. Another forward bend. Deep breath in. And exhale. And then soften the knees and go ahead and come on up. Good work. I promised you the half hour of the first part of class. Zen. I have some yin poses with that Zen mind. All right, so inhale, reaching up. And exhale, arms out to the sides and down. Clasp your hands behind the back, interlace fingers, and squeeze shoulder blades together and look up. And then releasing. And hands again to heart center. So we'll do our sun salutations, and we'll want to be at the front of the mat. Different variations always. I don't know why I can't get it today. Let me see. Sorry, trying to get us. I'm not decapitated. See, I think, yeah, my arms will be off. That's okay. So the feet are, I'll face this way. So feet are together. Let's just say feet are together. Hands are to heart center. Inhale, lift, reach up, arch back. Exhale, come forward. You can also press your thighs back as you come forward and then reach for the backs of your legs and fold forward. Right foot back. And then heel down. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. You could look forward or look up. And then lower. And these variations a little different. We're going to come to plank. Feet are together. Lower, Chaturanga Dandasana, come right onto your belly. Extend your feet. You could be on your elbows in Sphinx or press up into Cobra. Thighs grounded. Lower. Press back, child's pose, just stretch up your back. Downward facing dog. Can these be smooth? Can the movements feel like they're liquid, just kind of fluid? Bringing your sits bones back, feet are together. And then your right leg will swing up into the air. Look at your hands, swing your right foot forward. Back heel down, warrior 1. And breathe. Reach the arms further back. Walk to the front end of your mat in a forward bend. Feet together. Look ahead of you. Lengthen it out and then fold in. Soften knees as you swing your arms up. Palms touch. Look back. And hands are to heart center. This way. And our second side. Again, can it be very smooth? Reach up, reach back. Can you cultivate the calm mind? Hands to be pushing your thighs back. Reach for the backs of your legs, ankles, heels. Look ahead of you. Exhale, fold in again. This time we lead with the left foot. The heel will come down right away. We'll come up into warrior 1. Reach, lift, with your heart center. Coming back to plank. Feet are together. Lower onto your belly. Extend your feet and come up into cobra. Reach. Thighs are grounded. Your shoulders look squared in this pose. Lower. We'll add child's pose. Curl toes under. So you shift back, you have a moment here to stretch. And then we go back to downward facing dog, further involving the whole back of your body, the whole posterior chain. Feet will be together. Left leg comes up into the air. Look at your hands and swing your foot forward. Back heel anchored down. Reach up. Look upward. Stepping to the front of your mat, forward bend. Feet together, lower your head. Look ahead of you and fold it again. Soften the knees, sweep the arms up, reach up high, arch back. Hands are to heart center. And breathe. It's like being on a nice journey there. Beautiful. Okay. And then we'll look at three poses of strength. So we'll do chair. Chair is first, Utkatasana. So the feet are together. And the way I always do this is I like to touch down first. So it helps me to come low. And then I separate. So I really keep my legs in that low position and extend the arms, heels grounded. Good, nice and strong. Yeah. It's great. It's a beautiful sight. I can see like just the most amazing chairs here. Pick one. Breathe in. Exhale. Come on up. Power pose. Reach up and back. And hands to heart center. Take a moment in mountain and not only feeling today, the calm mind, the dedication to calm mind, but also feeling your warrior spirit. It's strong. We're going to go wide for horse, and those in studio in person could go back and you would still see me. You'll see yourself in the mirror and you could see me. Heels turned out and turned in, sorry, heels turned in, toes turned out, you drop down. There's a tendency to pitch the weight forward. So I want you to kind of practice what it is to be like the little jack in the box, if you up and down. And you can even check yourself in the mirror to kind of see. Those at home don't always have a mirror, right, to check into. But here we are. And yeah. And then reach. Yeah, actually, when you have your video on, it's like a little mirror for you. Yeah. Arms out to the sides. Again, you're going to interlace, and we're just going to stay there. Take a breath in through the nose as best we can. Exhale through the mouth. Logs up the face. Good. And then come on up to strong legs. Good. From here, you're going to let's walk the feet in again and kind of feel your warrior self, your warrior spirit again. What does that mean? What does that mean for you? And then we go wide again. Now it's warrior two. So you extend your left foot, bending your left knee. Again, if I were this way, you're extending your arms and then looking past your left middle finger. And breathe. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Wow. And then just do the heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. And once again, we'll just always take a moment in mountain. Take a moment here. Breathe in. Exhale. So those in studio, we have a second slide, but what I'm gonna have you do is come to the front end of your mat. There's a reason, okay? And then you're gonna do the other side, which is stepping your other leg back. Wait, which one? Yeah, you're stepping your other leg back. And what I'm gonna do is I'm also turning out my right foot, bending the knee, extending, and looking past the middle finger and being steady, that steady mind. Or the Dalai Lama talks about these, almost like the aspects that are necessary for the calm mind, things that you think, okay, compassion, tolerance, forgiveness, but also he talks about self-discipline. So this pose is the self-discipline. It's like hold, be steady. Let's do 2 more rounds of breath. Come out, okay. And then step to the front of your mat. Everyone stepping to the front of the mat. Hands to heart, you're gonna reach up and more strength poses. Yep, we're gonna come down, and you probably know it's plank and side plank. So you're gonna step back, you're in plank. If you wanna make it easier, knees are down. If you can, your legs are extended, feet are together. And you can go left or right. You can take one knee down or scissor the legs or stack. Let's do the other side. Same variation. And out. Come back to downward facing dog. Good. And walking or springing again to the front end of your mat. Come on up. And we have a balance pose. So I think a lot of people want a strap on this. So it's the one where if you can, if you can go there, you don't need the strap, but if not, you want a strap. And I'll show the mistake with the strap. A lot of people have the strap and they bring their leg out to the side, or they go like this. And I'm not kidding. Okay, so try to keep yourself cut upright. And then if you're using a strap, you're gonna have like a takeoff launch, right? Or you're gonna be like that if you're not holding, or you're gonna hold your heel, okay? But I'll show. So you're here and you're like, okay, engaging your core, you're upright, and then you extend your leg. Then, probably don't need the strap for that one. You cross over, you cross your ankle, your thigh, and you're starting to come down. And you're dropping down, and maybe your hands touch down, and breathe, or you can keep your arms on your shin bone. And then press on up. Second side. Same thing, if you have your hand, you start out like that, but if you have your strap, you also want to start out like that. And that might be the balance right there for some. That might be it, working right there. And then if you can, you're going to extend. the upright spine. Of all the poses we do in yoga, I think many people have trouble with balance. So I think it's something really important, something we practice every day. Then release and come out. We're gonna try this. I think most of you have a strap. And let's just say if you don't have a long strap and you can't do this, what's that? We forgot. I forgot. Flex, come down. My head's going to the next thing. Drop down. Oh, darn, how did I forget this one? Oh. Yes, it's like good medicine. Okay. So last night I was going to sleep and I was really close to, falling into that torpor. And I was like, oh, I forgot to do side 2 of. I really did. And I remember it was like from a 7 a.m. class. I was like, oh, I forgot to do that second side. Oh, man, I'm pretty sure. And in my head, I'm like, why am I torturing myself like this? Who cares? And they probably, if they figured it out, they probably did it, It's so funny. And then I let go and went to sleep. So, all right. So if you have a strap, a long strap, then you're gonna fold it in half, and it's perfectly symmetrical on the ends. If you don't have this, because of how we're gonna work, you might be working different shoulder stretches. You can do different shoulder stretches. I know most of you have straps, but do you have a long strap? Okay, then you're gonna take that strap. This has to do with balance, believe it or not. It's for good posture. It's a posture corrector. So you bring this against your shoulders. I should have like a white strap, and I bring it forward, and then I swing that over my shoulder, Oh, so it needs to be really long. Yeah, don't double it. All I did was I doubled it in the beginning. Here, I'm going to start over.
Just to find the
Yeah, just to find the center. Just to find the center. Then I undid it. I brought against my shoulders. I swing these back. And I just want to make sure there's no twists and turns. Okay, so everything is good. These are, they're dark, so it's hard to see. If they were white, it'd be easier. So now I grab hold of the ends and I crisscross. You crisscross and then you pull forward. So there's your posture corrector. And everyone loves this, and they want to like tie it together. And then every once in a while, you have the person who says, I don't get it. What am I supposed to feel? And I think, you've got perfect posture, don't you? Okay, so I feel it, okay. And it feels abnormal. Like it feels really like, wow, okay. But then when you look in the mirror, it doesn't look so weird it doesn't, if you walked around like this, people wouldn't say what's wrong with him or what's wrong with her. I don't think. It's good. So I just want you to breathe into your expanded rib cage, close your eyes for a moment, breathe into this. This, believe it or not, it's a posture corrector, but it also helps us with balance. So we're going to go back to a balance pose and see if it really works. This is my theory. So here you are. It makes you look forward. You can't wear this thing and look down. If you're pulling, it's really hard to look down. So you have to look forward. Breathing in. Exhale. Marianne Kuchera would say, walk backwards around your mat. Did you ever hear that one? Go ahead and try it. She says, walk backwards around your mat so that you're, it's like, it's a reset. Don't trip, please. It's a reset. It's telling your body's doing something you don't usually do. And then you learn a pattern faster. So if you've ever had a really intense massage with her, she'll say, okay,
I'm gonna leave now, but go ahead and take time to walk backwards around the table. I'm like, okay, all right, and I do it. No one's watching. Oh, okay. So release. All right, woo, and then you've got this new posture, okay, like stay, sit. Okay, and then from here, let's just look at our tree pose. And I know tree is fairly, simple pose, but it'll go tree to eagle. So you're in tree, you're gonna keep that beautiful posture. Your body has a memory of touch, of sensation. You're gonna remember that. And then bring your arms up. Eagle. Cross your right leg on top of the other, then it would be your left arm on top of the other. I'm gonna go the other way because time and everything. So here you go, reaching up, and you got the second. I would love feedback on it. I always feel difference after having done the posture thing. Because all of a sudden your back muscles are awake. Everything, it feels good to be upright. And eagle. Remember, if it's left leg over the other, it's right arm on top of the other. And then unwind, good. And just come to that as if you still have the straps on you. And just stand for a moment in mountain, breath in. Exhale. Good. Let's come to sitting. I'm bringing it down here, and we'll do a really simple twist. If you want to do half spinal twist, that's fine. Simple twist, turn and look back. And then we'll do the other side, and across, the twist. Good. And then releasing, and we're going to come onto our backs and come to Shavasana. You're going to lie on your backs, and your palms will be facing up. Your legs are very relaxed. I'm going to get you up. Completely relaxing. We've got the Om chanting going on. Taking these last few moments of this few minutes of your session, the most important part of your session, to deeply, deeply experience calm mind. Those in studio, I have the Om chant in the background, and maybe online you can hear it as well. I've turned it up. We'll go ahead and deepen the breath. Begin to move the hands, your hands and feet. And when you're ready, you'll roll to one side and make your way to sitting. And from here, we'll end our session with an Om. We'll do 3 Oms.